You have to be so unwaveringly faithful to your desire. There can never be a moment in your day that you don't think about it. There can never be a moment where your mind doesn't align to it. And what I find interesting about this is because we as humans, we don't get told, right? We get told how to do things. We get told the how-tos. You can go onto YouTube and find videos on this is how you start a brand. This is how you start a business. This is how you do X, Y, Z. You get told the how-tos, but you don't get told what to do on the days where you don't want to do anything. The days when you have no ability to wake up and even pursue that goal because you're not seeing anything. It's been 10 weeks, 4 months, a year, and nothing is showing up for you. What do you do then? Because human beings, we have this ability to get validation from outside of ourselves. And we're all human in that aspect. Every human does that. Any philosopher, any historian, any person that studies manifestation, we all have moments where we want validation from outside of ourselves. And it's natural to be able to have that. But you have to also be unwaveringly faithful to the goal of yours. This is why I find it imperative. I find it so important to sit there and ask yourself why you are doing what you are doing. I think I made a video on this previously. But the why itself, and I'm going to go over it quickly. The why itself is so important because the why is going to get you there. The why is going to allow you to be able to get to a point in life where you see the why unfold. That's why you're doing it. You know, if you have no why and you're just chasing after money, when that money comes, you don't know what you're going to spend it on because you have no why. It's just going to sit in your bank account like all the other money that you had that sits in your bank account and just call it a day. It doesn't matter if you have 10k or 500k or 5 million or £5. You're going to be doing the same exact thing that you were doing 5 years ago because you don't know the why. You don't know why you're doing it. And in order for you to find the why, in order for you to be able to bring this why up, right, you have to see what excites you. My biggest thing that I used to look at on my For You page, I remember so vividly, there was this morning, this is a caveat, but you need this story, okay? This morning, I could not sleep for the life of me, okay? I could not sleep for the life of me. It must have been like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, and I was just scrolling on TikTok because that's all I could do. I've watched all the TikTok videos, all the YouTube videos, all the Instagram reels. I was just on TikTok, okay? And I got to the point where TikTok almost refreshes your algorithm, and it was all these random ass TikToks, and eventually it led into these charity TikToks. And it wasn't them corny ass charity TikToks where like they're asking you to pay something, but it was, you know, these people that go out on the streets and they go help homeless people, or there'll be people that go do free haircuts for the homeless people, or it'll be people where, you know, they would make food and they will give it out to the homeless people, or they will go talk and interview homeless people and get some advice from them. And I sat there and I watched those videos for at least like 2-3 hours up until I think it was like 6 a.m. or something. And then I eventually slept because I was tired at that point. You know, I was tired at that point. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because I watched those videos and it sparked something in me. It was like, wow, if I have this money, I literally remember I got up from my bed before I went to sleep. I opened up a pad of paper because I felt like I needed to write this down. And I wrote down on my page, I was like, I am going to make so much money that I'm going to be able to give it back to all these people that I see on the street. I'm going to be able to build houses and build education and build schools and be able to feed people, start a charity. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to be able to just walk down the street and see a homeless person and just be able to give them £50 and not worry about the £50 going to somewhere else because I need to pay for groceries that week. That £50 can go to them and they can do whatever they want to with them. That invokes something in me. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because the things that invoke something in you, they're already around you, right? Like the same feeling you get from watching your favorite beauty content creator and how they make you feel confident or how they make it feel so easy to be able to apply makeup is the same feeling you want to give to other people. That's what you want to do because you've never been in a situation where it's easy for you to apply makeup. You might have been a very insecure, very, very depressed type of person. So watching the content that makes you happy, makes you feel motivated is something that you want to do because you've been in a position where you feel sad and you've seen other people how this helps them and it's helped you. So you want to help other people in the same predicament as you. This is why I create the content that I do because I was in a position like that. Not necessarily depressed, right? Chemically depressed, but I was sad. I was very, very sad. I was going through a lot. You know, I didn't feel great about myself. I wouldn't even look at myself in the mirror. And I eventually started to get into this content where I started to love myself and take care of myself and mentally train myself out of these insecurities, out of this lack of safety, out of this lack of desirability, right? And as I started to do that, I built myself up to the person that I am now, where I can stand in front of a mirror and say, I am beautiful. But I felt how that feels. I felt how disgusting it feels to be in a situation like that. So I can resonate with people like you, people that watch this video, right? Whether it's a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. But I can resonate with you because I've been there. So the least I can do when I've improved myself is to help you. This is where art comes from, right? This is where art or creating content or having a business or having a passion, having a why behind a business is so important, because when you don't have a why, you don't know why you're doing it, right? Because in the moments when I haven't posted in a while and I don't get any ideas, I think back to a time when, what would Aaliyah want to hear back then? What would Aaliyah want to hear back then that would have helped her? What video would have Aaliyah watched that would have helped her be able to get out of this rut? And this video is including that, right? And having a why that is so vigorous and being able to think on it, dwell on it, meditate on it, is going to allow you to get into places, get the inspiration to be able to do these things genuinely for the rest of your life. But the why is what keeps you going. The why is what keeps you going in the shitty moments. The why is what keeps you going in the bad moments. And this unwavering faith that you have towards your goal just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it improves and it improves. Because there are going to be days, there's going to be moments, there's going to be days where it doesn't matter which person, it could be Elon Musk, right? It could be the biggest person that has a million billions of dollars, right? They even have days where they don't want to get up and go to work. They don't even want to go up and go get that meeting, even though they do something that they love. Because not everything that you love is enjoyable. Understand? Not everything you love is enjoyable. There are still going to be some menial tasks. There's still going to be some things in there that's going to make you kind of like question life a little bit, but it happens. But you love it because of the result. You love it because of why you're doing it. And the why you're doing it also helps in the moment. Like, I kind of needed this message today myself in the last couple of days, right? So even though the result isn't here yet, and the big result isn't here yet, the actual why is helping me. It's making me feel good about myself. So understand your why. Figure out your why. First, figure that out before anything. Figure out why you want to do these things. What do you want to do if you had X amount of money? Or what would you want to do if you had this business? What type of message would you want to spread to the world? What type of person do you want to show and perceive yourself to be to other people? Who do you want to be in the face of animosity, in the face of distress, in the face of hardship? Who do you want to be? And then from that, that's your brand. And from your brand, you become a person, you start posting your content, you start that business, you start promoting those products, and then you let everything else unfold. Because one day or another, you're going to get to that goal, and you're going to be so pleased with yourself. And that why that you have been dwelling over for so many years or months now is going to become a genuine reality. And you can actually live out that why. Being able to buy those houses for those homeless people, or to be able to feed the homeless, or to be able to pay off those debts, or to be able to take your children on holiday. Whatever it is, you're going to be able to do it because you know why.